Good Thursday. It is afternoon for everybody now. Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. It is April 9th, 2020. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully going well so far. Hopefully, I think that transition, everything worked. We're going to check that quick. It did. Okay, that's good. Bring the chat back up. Cool. Again, as always, this is AMID. I am your host, PJ Wessels. Hopefully, so far today has gone well for everybody. We are more than halfway through the day for most folks. So hopefully that has gone well so far. I don't have a sponsorship today. That's okay. But it's been a wonderfully exciting day so far. Lots of meetings. That's okay. Lots of very important meetings. Huddle, all actuarial meeting, another CP like team meeting to discuss a bunch of stuff more in depth, and then just had indication training. Very important. So that is why we are now on air now instead of at our normal 11:15, 12:15 time. We are on at 12:15, 1:15. So basically the same time. We can make it work. It's fine. But brief update of what is currently going on around my townhouse. It is super duper windy today. It was breezy yesterday. I was able to open my windows, so that was good. But it is a different level of windy today. Sorry, I had some peanuts and they're getting stuck in my throat. But like super windy. Again, each part of my townhouse has like each unit has like a corner. So I am just hearing the wind whip around the corner behind me. So that's been very interesting. And I've got two plastic Adirondack chairs like out in front of my front door. There's a little like porch that I have. And during like the last call, they got one of them blew over and the other one like was turned and shifted, and I'm close enough to my door, so I heard all of that. It's like loud banging kind of sound. Go downstairs, figure out what is going on. Open the door. Oh, I have a chair that's tipped over. Briefly thought I had a small like plastic wicker kind of looking table between them that was suddenly gone. So I like poke my head out beyond the garage and looking around. Okay, I don't see one anywhere. I see some like empty garbage cans tipped over and stuff. It's garbage and recycling day here. But yeah, it's tipped over. The lids are open. Looking around. Okay, I don't see a table at all. So I guess that's a good thing. Stack my chairs and then I've put them between like where my front door is and then the corner of the garage. And like the wind's blowing into that portion. So they're not going to go anywhere. At least they shouldn't. And we'll find out later today, I guess. But they shouldn't go anywhere. So that's good. What else though? Yeah, super duper windy. Yesterday I had the window right here open and the window in my bedroom. And probably like 1 o'clock yesterday, bedroom door, whoom, slam shut. Okay, I guess I need to go put a doorstop over there. So I did that. And then I've got like blinds on all the windows, and they've got, okay, I'm going to call them cords that you use to either open or close the blinds or to like pull them up or pull them or let them back down. But they've got little wooden knobs at the end of them or something. And the wind would blow the cords around and those wooden knobs would knock against the window frame. It was really loud, so I had to tie all of those too because that was just loud and disruptive. So that was definitely something unique about yesterday and today with it being kind of windy. So yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, again, really kind of sunny out, but at least it's bright out. It might be cloudy, but it's bright out right now, so I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, windy as all get up. Not super exciting right now. Not exactly. Probably not the safest thing to like go outside and try to ride a bike because it's so windy, but that's okay. What was it? There was something else. I don't know. It's gone. Oh, the tables. So yeah, it's like, okay, where'd the wicker table go? Hopefully it didn't like blow down to like my neighbor's house. Well, go back inside. I'll go check my garage just in case. Yep, they're in my garage. It's fine. Didn't lose them. It's all good. But brief like, oh great, wind, having to go chase something down in this would not be super fun. But that's okay. Didn't get blown away. So yay for that. So that's good. As always, we'll just say, just up front, if you have questions, feel free to send them to me through Skype, through the YouTube chat. So I am always here to answer questions that you may have during the broadcast. So yippee-ki-yay. It's so fun. Anywho, favorite dinosaur and why? I had one when I was younger. Not a Tyrannosaurus Rex, not a Brachiosaurus, not a Velociraptor. A Stegosaurus was cool, I thought. I think because like it had, is the Stegosaurus the one with the tail, the spiky tail? I think it was that one. But the spiky tail is cool. So I think it's a Stegosaurus. So that one. It might not be. Not a Triceratops, but like a Stegosaurus, I think. So that's kind of where I'm leaning, at least for right now. But so something, okay. So I'm going to like PSA testimonial kind of thing, but phone and video calls and general work from home etiquette. Okay, we've been doing this for almost 3 weeks now, so hopefully some stuff should be like people should be good at some of this stuff, and like there's still like some common decencies that you should have. So I have got, again, this might actually be visible, but I've got a gaming headset that I've had at home and I've used once for this, and otherwise I have it plugged into my docking station for my work computer. It has obviously it's got a microphone right here. This is the microphone. Headphones on either side. And that's what I use to make all the audio calls now, because I didn't have a headset for my computer at work. My dinosaur answer was a Stegosaurus Rex, but or whatever the one is with a spiky tail. But so click join Skype meeting, and then it says like, okay, full audio video experience, call me at, and don't join audio. So I just let it be, and it like sends it to my headset, and Skype also like initially like auto mutes me. So I guess that's a good thing. But my headset also has got a little switch that I can use. Maybe. Is it an Ankylosaurus? Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Ankylosaurus. Yes. Probably. We're gonna use my spiky-tailed dinosaur. What is this one called? Well, nope, that's not it. What, this one? Nope, not a Gigantospinosaurus either. Yeah, probably an Ankylosaurus. Yeah, we'll go with that. But on Skype, yeah, like I get auto muted, and my headset's got like a little toggle thingy for muting and not. Oh wow, that'd be fun. So, like I'm generally muted unless I like turn myself off of mute. But there's been a variety of calls now that I've been on where we've had people who haven't been muted, and oh yeah, it's very possible that they had feathers. I mean, birds are basically like descended from dinosaurs, so it kind of makes sense. But like you've got a bunch of people who are not like taking the courtesy of like muting themselves, and it's the same kind of thing that we would sometimes deal with when we're like working from the office. And unfortunately, like most of the time, it's like, okay, you can just mute yourself on the phone, but instead, the only window that you're looking at is probably the Skype window. And on that window, there's a nice little microphone with a line through it. That means you're muted. And if there's not a line through it, there's a good chance that you're not muted. And because we mainly set up meetings just without tweaking the settings at all, there's a very good chance that almost every meeting you join on Skype, you are going to be deemed a presenter. In which case, that means that you have the power to go in and mute whoever you want and unmute whoever you want. So there's been a couple of situations where it's like, okay, now I'm pretty positive I know who is causing the problems. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to mute them. Why? Because it's causing everybody some pain. So just muting them has just been better. And then it's like, oh, hey, it stopped. Cool. So that's gone well. But take a little bit of time, figure out if you are muted or not, and maybe toggle it quick to see if the issue that people are talking about stops. Just check. It's fine. I don't think it's that hard. If it is, I apologize for overestimating people's abilities. So, my bad. Um, Pretty muddy out there in the DSC meeting. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the sound was kind of muddy. Mm-hmm. But along those same lines, so we're working from home. I have a Chicago Fire jersey on. I've got a zip up. I am in sweatpants, and I have a baseball cap on. Very little of this is like proper in-office work attire. So yes, part of this is being a little hypocritical, and yes, I'm on camera, and we we've just not done that much here in terms like on camera stuff. So I am not dressed like as professionally as one I could, or B, the expectation, or that I would be expected to be. Did I just do one and B? Maybe as I would be expected to dress in the office, which is probably fine. And given the stress that we are all dealing with, kind of it's some of it certainly there's going to be work stress, but there's just a lot of environmental stress given that everything is going on. Dressing in more comfortable clothes helps reduce probably a little bit of the stress. But there's still like common decency things. And I'm not going to say that, oh, hey, I don't really care what everybody's wearing to work, but I also don't need to know. So there was a call that I was on, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it would have been yesterday. So yesterday was Wednesday. And the meeting was fine. And everybody seemed to like handle the normal nuances of a Skype audio video screen sharing call very well. And we're signing off, and it's like, okay, everybody's like saying thank you and stuff. And then somebody chimes in with, now remember, it's Wear Pants Wednesday. What? Wear Pants Wednesday. I mean, the what and the repeating didn't happen. The what is just in my head thinking about that as I'm signing off the call, because for me, it's not worth staying on the call to see what kind of reactions are. Because some person had the thought of, oh, this is funny, and I'm going to share this in my professional meeting. I'm sorry, in a work-related meeting where you are discussing whether or not you should be wearing pants based on the day of the week does not make sense to me. I get if you're going to make that joke with your friends or with your family, that's fine. But if you are going to try to bring levity to the situation that we are currently in by making a joke about whether or not you should be wearing pants depending on the day of the week, right, it's not funny. And like, come on, there are better ways to bring levity to stuff. This is hopefully a way to do that, and if it's not, well, I need to get better jokes and such, and that's fine, and I can work on that. Development. We need to work on it anyway. Hey, Dave, we'll talk about it in my next one-on-one. But, come on, let's just, I mean, I was frustrated. It was, yeah, come on, let's, and there's, like, and I can try to, that unfortunately is going to skew my professional opinion about that person based on what they said, and that's probably very shallow of me and not ideally very like professional of me to do that, but come on. And like, okay, I'm and maybe this person decided to wear pants today. Good for you. And if wearing pants is a big step for you in terms of accepting, oh, hey, I'm working from home and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do a good job, and wearing pants is a way for you to affirm that, okay. But making Wednesday, Wear Pants Wednesday, I'm sorry, not for that. So that's disappointing. Reese is asking, what is my favorite way to bring levity? Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm actually using the right word, because I won't do it. David, it wasn't you. Levity. Humor or frivolity? Yes, I was right. Especially the treatment of a serious matter. Well, okay, so like if we're really gonna like drill down on the serious matter of coronavirus, COVID-19, people dying, stuff like that. And again, if it hasn't become apparent, it should be soon that I don't. I am not completely on board with how everything has been handled, federal, state, local level, that kind of stuff, with everything that's going on. So again, I'm referring to the Iowa governor, Kim Reynolds, as Kimmy Ray Ray. So that's certainly one way that I try to bring levity to it because, well, Kimmy Ray Ray is so much more fun to say than Governor Kim Reynolds. And while I smile finishing it, it's smiling at the joke of it. So usually it will be making some sort of joke about, it's unfortunately usually going to be about a person, and that's very lowbrow of me. So that's not great. But or exuding some sort of obvious overreaction to something that, okay, yes, there's something wrong with what we're doing, but the reaction that I'm having is probably too much. This is where Parents Wednesday thing is probably one of those. It's like, okay, it's probably not that big of a deal, but come on. I mean, yeah, it's something. Or it's like, well, the or the idea that, okay, Hannah, the buzzword that you are using in a meeting that we interpret as meaning one thing, and no, you actually mean it to be another thing, and whether or not that is actually something that we as pricing actuaries can actually affect through a rate review. It's like, okay, well, come on, let's speaking clearly, or you clearly defining what you are talking about instead of like saying, yeah, be certain about what you're talking about so we all know what you're talking about. Because when I then try to address what I think you're discussing and it turns out I'm wrong, well, whose fault is that if you're just saying a generic buzzword kind of thing that we, like, either side of our groups have different interpretations on, but whatever. So it is what it is. Folks will move on. Life goes on. Don't worry, we still have work to do, so I guess that's super fun. On a significantly different note, last night was the Fall Classic Federation playoffs. I ran the sim. My team was not in the playoffs, so it wasn't great. But we were close. We had a winning season, which I didn't expect to have, so that was good. The sim went well. We had a bracket prediction challenge, and it was like a 10-team playoff, so it's 3 rounds, very short, there's not many options to properly pick stuff, but my bracket was perfect. So yay for me. I did very, very well, so that was great. But yep, didn't crash anything. Sometimes my computer will crash when I'm doing that. It didn't, so that was good. That would have been frustrating and left me in a bit of a sour mood for the rest of the night, but that didn't happen, so that was good. What else? Favorite type of cheese? For what? Are we talking, am I making a grilled cheese sandwich? Or am I putting it on something? Or am I just eating it raw? Because I'm not a huge fan of raw cheese. I will eat it on crackers, but I'm not a huge fan of it. If I'm putting it on a burger, probably like a smoky provolone if I'm having the burger with barbecue sauce. If I am having it's just a normal burger, probably like a mild cheddar. Like if I'm doing burger, ketchup, cheese, stuff like that, mild cheddar. If I am doing it with my eggs, probably Colby Jack. In terms of nacho cheese, so the stuff you can get in the jars, the two very obvious ones that I can usually pick up are the Tostitos one or the IV store brand one. There is a difference actually that I have noticed. The IV one has tasted weird when I've warmed it up, so that Tostitos nacho cheese is something I do buy. That's name brand instead of store brand. What's my opinion on blue cheese? I don't know if I've had blue cheese recently. And isn't it BLEU instead of BLUE? So, there's my mouse. I don't know. I haven't had it in a long time, so don't really care that much one way or the other. But because you're associating a color that is not normally associated with cheese, and cheese, the initial reaction is what? But, oh, cheese that is blue? Well, you can color cheese and it doesn't really matter. But, I don't know. Is it moldy? That's a problem. If it's how it was colored, I don't know. Go away, Reese. Your jokes aren't funny anymore. Come on, man. You need to go find some of that snow in Milwaukee instead of Madison, because maybe that will get you to cool down and actually find some good jokes. But no, one other thing I did notice. So I went back and checked the governor of Iowa's, like, they have press releases every day for the like coronavirus situation, and it turns out that today was actually proclaimed to be a day of prayer here in Iowa. So we've not only had a federally mandated, federally recommended day of prayer, we've also had a state of Iowa one. So that's been interesting. I would expect next month at some time we will have county regulated days of prayer. Whether or not all of the mayors within each county like coordinate and decide that, oh hey, today is going to be Polk County's day of prayer, and then tomorrow, oh hey, you can travel over to Dallas County and have another day of prayer. I'm not sure. Again, this country I thought was found like the founding of this country was partially to separate church and state, but declaring days of prayer. Is that a double standard? Is that hypocritical? I don't know, but I guess today in Iowa is a day of prayer. And again, not taking anything away from everything that is going on coronavirus wise, but it's, yeah. Well, okay. You want to know what's all involved with? Okay, we will pull up. Reese is going to make me pull up the actual thing because then where'd it go? Here it is. There it is. Newsroom claims, quote, day of prayer in Iowa. Wednesday, April 8th, 2020, at 3:10 local time. Governor Kim Reynolds signed a proclamation declaring Thursday, April 9th, as a day of prayer in Iowa, urging Iowans to, quote, unite in prayer in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, inviting Iowans to participate in the 59th annual Iowa Prayer Breakfast, which I did not know about, which is offered entirely online this year. I would hope so, because you know what? Social distancing is going so well so far, so let's have a prayer breakfast where we all come together and probably shake each other's hands and hold hands while we pray. But quote, the power of prayer and faith in God is something that has guided so many of us in good times and bad. Glad you're speaking for a lot of us, but back off, said Governor Reynolds. We have all been impacted by COVID-19. This is true. Some of us have lost a loved one, and others know those who are sick. Whether you are a nurse on the front lines of fighting the pandemic, a grocery store worker at the register, or the truck driver delivering a shipment, thank you to all of those people. Or someone laid off at home. This has been a challenging and stressful time. Let us join together and pray for our neighbors, communities, and state. Thursday, I guess that makes sense, yeah. Thursday also marks the beginning of Passover. So that makes sense. And is the Christian holiday of Maundy Thursday. So it's kind of appropriately timed. Normally hundreds of Iowans would be gathered in Des Moines for the 59th annual Iowa Prayer Breakfast, said Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg, but because of COVID-19, this has been moved entirely online and made free of charge. How would it not be free of charge? It's online. I guess I should have read through all of this first before I actually understood all this. Would you have to pay to attend it otherwise? I guess, are you paying for the food? I have questions now. I have questions about this. Oh boy. Okay. This is not something I expected to dig into so much, but I guess they have a fancy speaker too, so maybe you're paying for that. But anyway, free of charge. Continue on. The governor and I, this is coming from Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg. Governor and I encourage everyone to join us for that event to celebrate this day of prayer. That was this morning, so I missed that, so I apologize. The text of Governor Reynolds' proclamation is below, as I pointed out briefly in my team meeting as well. There are 7 whereas statements. Blah, blah, blah. Our nation's motto is "In God We Trust." Is that our nation's motto? Is that our nation's motto? I know we've got that on some currency and things, but I don't know if I define that as our nation's motto. So let me know if that's what is our nation's motto? And is it in God we trust? I also don't have the chat open up, so I need to pull that up. But in the state of Iowa, and encourage all Iowans to unite in prayer and ask God to comfort and bless all severely impacted, to protect medical care workers, first responders, all who are serving during this crisis. Grant wisdom, courage, and strength to our local, state, and national leaders. Give us all the hands and hearts to be generous with our time, skills, and resources to serve our neighbors within and alongside the many churches, nonprofits, businesses, and other organizations providing relief. So that seems to be what's involved in a day of prayer. But things I learned just reading that. The prayer breakfast costs money normally, but because it's online, it's not going to be free. Was it not going to be free? Were you going to have to purchase a code to watch the online broadcast of the prayer breakfast? So I don't know. It did probably cost money, but is that for the food? So there was some fancy looking speaker who said he published 15 books or something. So he and all of his wisdom were probably going to come and talk about stuff. Kevin is saying that the Massachusetts state motto is, "By the sword we seek peace, but peace only under liberty." Wisconsin is forward. It's simple. So that's good. Serious? Oh my gosh. I don't know. So basically, is that a fourth? I don't know which one it is. Is there a Live Free or Die Hard movie? Basically just New Hampshire motto plus hard. I don't know. But Texas friendship. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. Texas? I'm sorry. That's rude of me. But Wisconsin, forward. It can be applied to many things. But yeah. Sorry, I also don't know what Iowa's is. I've lived here for a while now and I don't know what it is. But that's okay. No, it would not have Remember the Alamo. No. I hope not. Probably not. But who knows? But yeah, it's been learning all sorts of things, which is probably a great thing. But that's okay. That's Iowa's. That's not bad. I don't have a state flag. How would I have a state flag to look at? Iowa motto. Our liberties we prize and our rights we will maintain. Yes, Abby is correct. That's a fun, fancy sounding one at least. Live free or die. Well, I guess, and again, some of the 13 original colonies probably have mottos around, well, we want our independence. So that probably is where it came from. Kevin is asking, better inventor, Thomas Edison or Nikola Tesla? Well, Tesla has a car named after him. Edison has a light bulb named after him. So that's your answer, obviously. But, Thomas Edison or Nikola Tesla? I don't really know that much about either of them. So I guess I don't know what. Tesla inventions. Edison inventions. Put it away, Reese. It's not happening. Y'all got the emails. It's fine. Okay, alternating current. That's kind of important. The remote control. That's pretty important. Induction motor. Tesla coils are just fun. Edison inventions. Film. Incandescent light bulb. Phonograph. Movie camera. I yes, I can picture the Des Moines city flag because it's three bridges. Is it three or is it four? It's very strange. Well, it's like the Chicago flag. Why is the Chicago flag so prominently displayed in the city? Because the city chose to have a flag and put probably a lot of emphasis on it. Um, and Kevin asked the better inventor. Better. I mean, light bulbs are pretty cool and such, and they're very useful. But I mean, it's come back a little bit more recently. The Des Moines flag has, but not huge. Um, oh, the Chicago flag. It's like the two blue stripes with the like red stars in the middle on a white background. Better, probably. I mean, alternating current is pretty cool. So, and a Tesla coil. So probably Tesla. But obviously, light bulbs and film are pretty popular. And having a movie camera is kind of fun. So, the cooler looking stuff. Oh, alternating current, Tesla coil. I mean, a remote control is kind of fun. But probably Tesla. It is actually 12:46. So this is probably enough time to like. Oh boy, hang on. Sign off and stuff. But I don't know how to do that quick. I don't have a way to do that quick. That's okay. But yeah, no, the Chicago flag's like, yeah, two rows of light blue, probably signifying the two bodies of water, Lake Michigan and the Chicago River. And then a field of white with red stars in the middle of it. And probably why the Chicago NWSL team is called the Chicago Red Stars. And I've not ever seen the Columbus flag, so I'll have to look that up. But it has been, as always, a wonderful time talking to folks. Hope everybody's day continues to go well. Remember to maybe mute yourself if you can on a Skype meeting. Don't bring up whether or not you should be wearing pants in a meeting because, well, that just doesn't sound good for anybody. Be courteous, be kind, wash your hands, don't touch your face. So, everybody, if I can navigate over to where I need to, have a great day.